Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So let's have a look at BARD or the Lombard token. This token is doing extremely well, as you can see here. After getting a massive crash after launch, it has been slowly recovering, and it seems like that it is going for a new all-time high. So let's break it down. What is happening with the BARD and where the BARD could be headed. So as of now, if you look at its fundamentals. Uh, for example, if we just look at its tokenomics, so they have been doing extremely well. They did acquire basically BTC.B, as you can see here, and because of that, seems like that its TVL did hit a new high of like 1.7 billion, which is a lot. In terms of BTC, there is a massive increase of BTC on the BARD as well. So now around 15k BTC on the BARD. That is like a really big, I would say, amount as well. Now if we look at some other things, so basically Story Protocol did make a partnership with them. As you can see soon with Lombard, users will be able to collateralize deals, secure payout, and enforce loyalty claims all in BTC. And this is a big deal, I think. If you look at the story is a really big platform as well, and this is going to be a really big deal for them as well as for the Lombard. And I think that is one of the reasons why we have a really good move, as you can see. Now besides that, there is also stable is live. So with BTC.P as canonical BTC, Lombard joins stable as its Bitcoin partner, enabling stable coin liquidity powered by BTC. So again, this is a really big move, because if you look here, stable is not just another layer 1. It is settlement layer for the stable coins, and it is backed by the Bitfinex, HackVC, Franklin, Templeton, as well as I think it is also backed by PayPal Venture as well. So this is a really big project as well, and it did go live, so that's really interesting. Now besides that, they have been also partnering with some other things as well, and again, I think because of that, all of that has had a really good impact on the BARD token, and because of that, the BARD has seen a really good recovery as well. And if you look at in the Bitcoin ecosystem, the TVL is holding fairly well, and the BTC in the DeFi did hit a new high of 74k. As of now, we have around 71k BTC or 72k BTC in the DeFi section. And of course, the biggest one is still Babylon, but Lombard is doing extremely well as well, as you can see. So basically, Lombard is transforming Bitcoin utility from a store of value into productive financial tool through a security-first liquid Bitcoin primitive. LBTC is a liquid yield-bearing network across chain, and it is backed one by one by the Bitcoin. So that's really good. Now if you look at its platform, you can use it as well. They did acquire this BTC.B from the Ava Lab, so that's a really big deal, I think, and it did happen in October, or basically in November. And if you look at its price, it has been doing extremely well after that deal. So it is in the uptrend after the deal. So if you just look at its price, or if you just look at the BARD price, it has been holding really well. So again, even if we do see a massive crash in the market, or even if we do see a massive correction from the BARD, there is a possibility that it retests on this trend line eventually. But as of now, I don't think that is going to be the case, because it is doing extremely well, as you can see here. Now in terms of its tokenomics, that is where I would say things get a little interesting. So if you look here, it has a max supply 1 billion, out of which 225 million BARD are in the circulation. And if you look at its vesting, this is how it looks like. As of now, we do have some ecosystem, as well as some liquid Bitcoin Foundation, as well as I think they do have airdrop season 2 as well soon, so there will be that allocation as well. But again, we don't have early investors or core contributors tokens in the market. I think they will come out till September of 2026, so there is still a pretty big window. I think before that we could see a really good recovery from the BARD. And again, since they did acquire this since they did acquire BTC.B, so that shows that they do have like pretty good cash, I would say, or even like a pretty good, like I would say they are like they do have like pretty good treasury as well. So because of that, seems like that the BARD is doing really well. Now in terms of its price, so if we just try to use, so let's just try to use fib retracement from like from its low, which is around 60 cents, as you can see here. So as now even if it does go down, there's a possibility that it retests as low as 96 to 95, I would say, or even like as low as 83 maybe, or even like as low as like 73. I think this the retest on this like trend line is inevitable. It will most likely happen, so it is just a matter of time when, but I think this retest will most likely happen again. I think this token is like the uptrend, and eventually, even if we do see a correction, which is very unlikely as of now, it seems like, but again, if we do see a correction, there's a possibility that eventually it will hit a new all-time high. Again, it can go as low as 93 cent or even like 87 cent, but I think as of now it is aiming for that all-time high, I think, because its all-time high is at like 1.53, and before that it does have like a really good resistance at this point as well, which is around 1.2 to 1.17. But still, if it does flip this resistance, I think there's a possibility that it goes for that new all-time high. Again, if we look at the listings, it is pretty much available on every like big exchange, I believe. So it is available on Coinbase as well as Binance. So let's see, it is also available on the BIT as well, so that's really interesting. And overall, I think that is like it is also available on the BitHub as well. And if you look at its volume, most of its volume is on Binance, followed by the BIT. So it seems like that Upbit is most likely the reason why like it is going up, I think, because usually whenever we see these massive surges for any like altcoin, that usually happens due to the Upbit initiating that like pump, and after that the other exchanges catch up. Now again, as of now, if you look at like its wick, we don't have any sellers, surprisingly. So if you look here, if you just go to the 15-minute chart, so we don't have like that much sell pressure. So there is a possibility that it goes like it makes like a slight correction and goes for that, and it goes and breaks above from 1.2. I think that is possible, because if you just look here, we had a really good wick, we had some sellers, but as of now it seems like that we don't have that many. Again, if you look at like 1-minute chart, we do have some sellers, but again, I think it will most likely try to break this level, which is very strong, around $1.2. So if it does breaks out and if it holds this level, there is a possibility that it will break its all-time high. I think that is pretty much possible, because I don't see any sell pressure as of now, surprisingly. So if we get some kind of sell pressure, there's a possibility that eventually it will retest on this trend line eventually, or like something like this maybe. So if we try to draw a trend line here, there's a possibility that it retraces like as low as this trend line as well. That is also possible, I would say. But again, I'm looking at this trend line as a really good entry point, whereas this trend line will most likely work out and will most likely see a really good response as well. But as of now, I don't see any kind of sell pressure here, so let's see what happens. But I think it is going for that all-time